A question from an anonymous viewer that the bureaucracy, the deep state, will not let the individual achieve the liberties that I'm talking about, and what my response to that is. I feel almost traumatized by the state's presumption of liberties in the name of the welfare of the individual, but in a clear and evidence-driven manner, often to their detriment. The entire presumption of authority is to better the individual. The equation of the individual giving of one's rights to the authority is only and solely because it was presumed that the collective giving of the will allow for the problems to be solved easier and more efficiently. But that matter of logic is no longer applicable, because problems can be solved digitally, through AI, the AGI, General Intelligence-driven solutions, without the aegis of individual bureaucrats. So that now the very power that was given to ensure the welfare of the individual is going to try to take away that person's rights, not to their betterment, but actually to their detriment, because there is a clear and presently better way of doing it, so that there is possibly a case of theft in broad daylight. A crime potentially is being committed. It is very hard to know in these circumstances of tens or 20 years, of a decade, of several types of leadership, to be able to compare what has worked and what has not worked. And it is very often historians debate over many decades what the problem and what the cause was, and then there is disinformation by different groups and proxies to confuse people what the cause of it is, all at the same time that power is being misdirected or not accurately directed. The situation is better in some countries and worse in other countries. It is going to accelerate the situation. The problem will accelerate as countries adopt uniform methodologies of dealing with mass populations. There is no great alternative other than the complete individualization, as I've already spoken about. I am putting hope in artificial intelligence tools that can be used as efficiently as the tools of state, and in that way to closen the enormous power gap between the two, so that the message of the individual can reach the powers that may then be able to legislate and to construct solutions to this problem. It is really just a matter of architecture, of group architecture. But because of the powers in government and the structures of existing parliamentary or constitutional governments, they will not necessarily cooperate for their betterment. So that the solution is in individuals and in apps and in open source and in great like generals of governments. The generals today, the heroes, are possibly in free industries, in academia, in amongst children, amongst visionaries. The visionaries of the future are going to come from unexpected places. I am even thinking maybe they can come from the church, from the mosque, and from the synagogue. That religion can be reinvigorated with its most important mission yet, to bring to a closure the last 1,000 years of turmoil, and to vindicate and do justice to all the bitterness which is being paid in lip service, and really to bring about this wonderful change. I don't necessarily put all my eggs in the religious basket. In fact, the presumption is that the religious organizations are unable to achieve it because they are also occupied with the same problems as government. However, it would be a good thing for them to try. I believe that they would be able to take the hearts and the souls of the population and refill their seats. And if religion does not take it up, then it can be in the hands of engineers.